out, I washed it, and then I ended up, I clay barred this fender because I want to get these two fenders in this hood ready to be buffed. So if you remember from previous videos, obviously this front clip was not touched in the last paint job. This was painted 5 years ago when I bought the truck. So this has been original for about 5.5 years. And then the rest of the truck that was just painted, me and my dad, we buffed it kind of as it was painted. So that's pretty good for now. My biggest thing is I want to get this cleaned up the best I can, so I can end up putting like a sealer, like a ceramic coating on it, or like a wax of some sort. So obviously the rest of the truck, I'm gonna have to probably end up clay barring the truck back here, the back half again, because you know, after you paint it, you gotta wait like 60 days. So, and I kind of want to get this truck back together, so that's why I want to get this front clip kind of cleaned up, so I can get the headlights and the grill back in and the cowl. So I just thought that would be more ideal to do it this way, you know, polish it, get that done before you put everything in, so I'm not throwing the compound and everything all over the truck. So just for a little bit better, a little bit less of a mess. So I also want to come back and say that I'm not a professional. I'm kind of still a beginner at this polishing, paint polishing things, so if I make anyone cringe during this video, I apologize. Like I said, this isn't a how-to video. I just want to bring you guys along my journey of my truck build, show you guys tools that I got. So I got this rotary buffer here, which I'm probably going to stay away from that on this fender because it's big, and anyone knows anything about buffing knows that, or polishing, the rotary is the best tool for the job. It does the most cutting, and it'll make the job a lot quicker, but also you can burn through the paint, and I don't want to do that. So that's why I picked up this 6-inch dual action little polisher thing. And I also got some pads. I got 3 different pads. I got like a finishing pad, a polishing pad, and a compound pad. Don't really know which ones I'm going to do first. I got to determine, look at the paint, kind of do trial and error kind of thing to figure out what's going to polish the paint up good. And then right here I got some chemical guys. I got the P4 polish, and then I got, you know, some of the C4, the clear cut for the bigger scratches, or if there's an oxidation on there. I'm hoping that what I got here, I can clean up this front end, make it look somewhat decent. I got this tape right here because I'm going to polish one side and see what I got. I'm going to try something, and then I'm going to peel it off to see if it's making a difference. So as you can, I'll show you guys the paint. It's not too bad. It's got swirls and it's got a little bit of dust in it because it was, you know, it wasn't painted in a booth, so the paint job itself isn't really, you know, wasn't a $100,000 paint job. But that's why I want to hit it with the polish and buff it, see if I can, you know, make it look better. Well, that's what I got going on right now. I'm gonna start messing with this fender, seeing what works the best, and I'm gonna do that. And then once I kind of get going and see how it comes out, I'll get back with you guys and show you guys some of the progress I made. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So the combination I went with, I just used the P4 on this one, on the fender. I didn't even use the compound, I just used the polish with the polishing pad on that. I didn't have to use the compound like I said. I just wanted to try the polish before I used the compound, because honestly this fender, the paint didn't look too bad. I'm gonna get my light here in a second, but it was just using the polish, it really kind of brought back the paint. And I probably could wet sand it because, like, the paint's got a couple imperfections in it from when it was painted. Probably could like wet sand it, but I'm not being that picky about it. So here, I'll kind of show you guys. It's hard to see, but you can see the kind of the old where the tape was, because this is where the tape was. You can, like, it's really hard to see, but like I said, because this fender wasn't really too oxidized or nothing, but you can kind of see right there. It don't look bad. And once you go, yeah, see, then now you can see it. There you go. So just using that P4, and that was about 2 passes of the P4. Honestly, I probably could go 1 more. And like I said, that was just the polish. I didn't compound it at all. But I'm liking this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go finish the rest of this fender, and then with that same setup I just did, when I get done with that, I'll get back with you guys and we'll move forward. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on that. And like I said, this is like I've only polished, this is actually the first truck I've ever polished on in my life. And so as of right now, it's not going too bad. As you can see, a little bit of tools, and they're not even really expensive tools, and a little shelter. You could do this kind of stuff at home. And like I said, I'm not a professional, so I'm not trying to tell you guys that, yeah, I know what the hell I'm doing, because I'm just winging it, and I've just kind of showing, just doing kind of like knowledge I've seen on YouTube and just from what people have told me, people that do this kind of stuff. So that's why I'm doing it. So like I said, I'm gonna keep going on this fender, and then when I get done, I'm gonna come back and I'll update you guys. All right, so I got the other side of the fender done. Came out good. I'm about to grab my light here in a second. This fender honestly wasn't too bad. The hood looks like it has more oxidation on it. So like I said, it came out good. Like I said, I could have probably wet sanded the fender, maybe got some of those little imperfections that I was talking about. But like I said, it looks good. It definitely brought back the, you know, definitely brought the paint back. So I'm happy with it, with just a kind of a one-step polish. And so with these little spots like right here, I got a 3-inch kit coming. I think that's coming in the mail today. So I'm just gonna hit the areas I can with that 6-inch. Like down here I kind of hit, but I wasn't able to get really thorough because like I said, I had the 6-inch. I don't have the 3-inch yet, and I don't want to burn through edges. So that's that. So now we're moving on to the fender, or not the fender, the hood. And I think that's oversprayed, or no, actually that might be compound or polish from when I was polishing the fender. But definitely, if you look, the hood's got a little more oxidation on it because obviously, you know, it's flat, so it's sat in the sun more. So this one I actually might have to compound a little bit if that polish don't cut it, which I don't think the polish will cut. I'm probably gonna have to compound the hood. So what I did is I went in with 2 passes of the compound, and I followed that with 2 passes of the polish. You can kind of see the line. So this paint wasn't terrible. It just mostly had like, it had a little oxidation on it. It's definitely a difference. It came back though. That looks really good. So I think on the whole hood, I think I'm gonna cut it with compound. I'm gonna come back with the polish. That seemed to work the best. So, and probably if I wet sanded this hood, it'd probably come out a lot better to get out some of those other imperfections in the hood. What is up? I am back. It is currently the next day. This work got very tedious, and I got into it pretty good. So I couldn't finish the video yesterday because I didn't even finish the panels yesterday. I still had the one fender to do, and I ended up going back over the hood slightly, and then I went over the first fender again. So here I'm going to show you guys the finished product. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am not a professional, but I like to do this kind of stuff because like I said, I'm a truck guy, so that's why I decided to take on this project. And it's fun, it's tedious, and it's relaxing. You know, I just put music in and it was pretty cool. So my favorite part is the fenders right here. The fenders came out good. So, I mean, the sun's not out right now really, so that's why I just left it in here and I'm using my light. But I mean, overall, like, it's got a good, definitely brought the haze out of there and made it look a lot better. Definitely brought out this old red paint. And there's a couple scratches I couldn't get out because they were just too deep. And then I did go back over this first fender that I did with you guys yesterday. Now, I remember yesterday I said that I just hit this with the polish. I didn't compound it. And I liked the way it looked. But then when I did that other fender over there, I just liked the way that one looked better. So I came back over here and I went over it with the compound again, and then I came back with the polish, and now it just looks a lot better. Like, it just took all the little swirls out, and I think it looks good. I mean, shit, for a beginner, like I said, I've never really done this other than I started doing it on the truck when we were painting it. But, you know, that's just kind of me just kind of messing around and doing it. But yeah, but that is it. That is the finished product, guys. I mean, hey, say what you want, but could have went worse. I could have burned through on edges. I didn't burn through on any edges. I didn't really mess up anything. Like I said, I'm not a professional, and I'm sure someone out there would do a way better job. They'd probably get this panel with 0 scratches in it. But I'm going to show you guys, because I didn't have this yesterday when I started the video. I showed you guys the little tools and all that I had. This ended up coming in the mail yesterday, and I used the hell out of it today. It was saved my life. It was a little 3-inch kit, and these little 3-inch, bunch of different like types, like there's soft, medium, hard, cut, polish, and you put it on your drill. And because I needed a little 3-inch to get in on like the curves of the hood and the fender, this thing, if you're looking to get, because I didn't know if this was gonna work. I didn't know if a drill would be powerful enough to buff, but it did a good job. And I use this a lot more on everything that I did today, other than like this big, or the 6-inch one, even though this saved my life a lot, because this is a dual action one, and that one is a lot better than, let's say, like this rotary polisher. This thing is nice for like doors, and that's what I have found out in big flat surfaces, but when you're trying to get in like curves and stuff, it's just a pain. And that's why I invested in getting like this 6-inch, because this thing works great. That's a cheap one. I got that off Facebook Marketplace from some guy. I don't know where he got it at, but it's nice. And then, like I said, I got this 3-inch kit off Amazon. It goes on a drill. That saved my life today. Both those tools really made this job fun and not really so much of a pain in the ass. The whole project, I didn't burn through any paint, didn't mess up the paint any worse. Well, I don't think I did. Well, I definitely didn't burn through, so. But yeah, highly recommend that. Especially, at least with this Milwaukee drill, this Milwaukee Fuel, it worked really good. It polished great, it buffed, it compounded, it worked great. And like I said, this is a polishing wheel on there right now. It's got a bunch of different like cuts. Like it's got stiffer cut, it's got like this wool one. It came with a cleaner for the wheels. So like I said, I think this was like 33 bucks on Amazon. Well worth it. So that's really all I got for you guys for this video. The sole purpose of this video was to, like I said, it wasn't a how-to video. I just wanted to bring you guys along my journey with me and show you guys the stuff I had, what I had to start with, and kind of what I had to finish, to show you that anyone can do this kind of stuff. You just gotta have a little bit of patience and some tedious and a little bit of time. So that was the sole purpose. And another thing was that now, since you know all that buffing and all that waxing's done, probably in the next video we're gonna start getting the headlights and the grill and getting some other stuff back together on this truck. I wanted to wait for the buffing to be done, so I wasn't getting compound and all that stuff all over my headlights. And even though I know it's not a big deal, but that was just what I wanted to do. So I'm currently still waiting on a few items to come to get this front end back together. So those should be here in the next day or two, and when they get here, we'll get everything back together, and then you know, that's that. So then with that being said, if you guys made it this far in the video, and if you like the video, you know, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.